Be me. Sensual. Lifestyle blogger and career consultant. Built brand around having it all. Successful career. Independence. Empowerment. Women don't need men financially. We can provide for ourselves. Modern women are self-sufficient. This was my message for years. Hundreds of thousands of followers. Women inspired by my independence. My success. My self-sufficiency. Never thought much about relationships. Focused on career through 20s and early 30s. Dated casually. But nothing serious. Didn't need a man. Had my own money. My own life. Men were optional. Fun. But not necessary. Around 34. Started thinking differently. Career was solid. Made good money. Si figure. But also exhausted. Working 60 to 70 hours weekly. Business demanded constant attention. Started feeling burned out. Wondered if there was a different way. Saw couples where woman worked less because partner supported her. Seemed nice. Having someone to share burden. Not carrying everything alone. Started wanting that traditional provider type. Man who could support household while I maybe worked less or focused on other things. Mentioned this to friends. They were supportive. You deserve someone who can take care of you after all your hard work. Find a man who can provide. This felt right. I'd worked hard. Built successful business. Now I want a partner who could support me. Started dating intentionally. Looking for high earners. Men who made $200. 000 plus. Who could be providers? First few dates were disappointing. Successful men were available, but something was off. First date. Guy was lawyer. Made it 250. 000 per year. Perfect on paper. Conversation was good until I mentioned my business. I work a lot now, but hoping to scale back. Focus on other things. He asked what other things. Maybe start family eventually. Pursue some hobbies. Not work so intensely. He nodded slowly. So you'd want to work less? Exactly. While I work more? Well, yes. That's what providers do. He was quiet, then asked about housework. How do you see domestic duties? Oh. We'd split them like modern couples do. He smiled slightly. So I'd work full-time. Provide financially, and also do half the housework. Felt defensive, but yes. That's equality. He paid the check. Said he had early meeting. Left politely. Never texted again. Second date. Similar pattern. Guy was doctor. Made it 300. 000 plus. Easily. Seemed interested initially. Asked about my work. Explained I was successful. But wanted to slow down. Maybe work part-time eventually. He asked about kids. Did I want them? Maybe. Hadn't decided. But if you did, who would be primary caregiver? Oh. We'd figure it out. Probably split it. He nodded. So, split childcare while I work 60 hours a week, and you work part-time. It sounded bad when he said it, but tried to explain, I've worked hard for years. Built successful business. Just want support now. He understood, but gently explained he wanted traditional arrangement. If he was traditional provider, if I'm working to support household, I need partner who manages home. That's the trade. Provider and homemaker. Both full-time roles. But I didn't want to be homemaker. Just wanted support while maintaining independence. He could tell this wouldn't work. Ended date cordially. Nah, second date. Third date with finance guy. Made a 400. 000 per year. Really successful. Could definitely provide. Was upfront about what I wanted. I'm looking for partner who can be provider. Support the household financially. He appreciated honesty, then asked his own questions. What would you provide? Companionship. Partnership. Emotional support. He nodded. What about traditional wife duties, cooking, cleaning, home management? Oh, we'd split those or hire help. He smiled. So you want traditional husband, but not be traditional wife. Wanted to argue, but that was accurate. I want partnership where I'm supported, but also independent. He was direct. That's not partnership. That's you being subsidized while maintaining all your freedom. What's in it for me? This seemed harsh, but couldn't answer. What was in it for him? Date ended awkwardly. Started noticing pattern. High-earning men who could be providers wanted traditional arrangements. If they provided financially, they expected traditional wife. Someone who managed home, supported their career, made their life easier. Not someone who wanted financial support while maintaining independence, made post about frustrations. Why do successful men want traditional wives? Can't they support independent women? Got surprising responses. From women? Same experience. High earners want housewives. It's so backwards. From men? Different perspective. If I'm traditional provider, I want traditional wife. That's the deal. Can't have one without the other. This frustrated me. But women can provide for themselves now. Why go backwards? Men's responses were consistent. Then provide for yourself. Don't ask us to. You want traditional male role, but modern female role. That's not how it works. Started researching this dynamic, found it was common. Successful men willing to provide, but only for traditional wives. Women wanting financial support, but not traditional wife role. Creating mismatch. Neither side getting what they wanted. Interviewed high-earning men about their relationship expectations. First guy, Senshaba, investment banker, made FM 100,000 per year. I'd happily support a wife and family, but she need to support me. 2. How so? Manage the household, handle domestic responsibilities, create peaceful home environment, support my demanding career. That's what provider relationship is. Division of labor, not one person doing everything. Second guy, Sisher Art, tech executive, Medi 600,000 per year. I don't mind being sole earner, actually prefer it, but I need partner who makes that worthwhile. What makes it worthwhile? Coming home to managed household, dinner ready or planned, clean, organized space, someone who prioritizes home while I prioritize career. That's equitable division. Third guy, Sushar, surgeon, made a feet or 100,000 per year. My career is demanding 60 to 70 hours weekly. High stress. Life or death decisions. I need home to be sanctuary. He continued, if I'm providing financially, shouldering that entire burden, I need partner who provides domestically, shoulders that burden, both full-time jobs, both essential, both respected. This made sense logically, but conflicted with what I wanted, which was financial support without domestic obligations. Wanted both modern and traditional. Best of both worlds. For me at least, started examining what I was offering versus what I was demanding. Demanding financial support, full or partial provision. Man who works hard to support household. Offering companionship, emotional support, maintained independence, continued career focus. When laid out clearly, could see the imbalance. I want a traditional male role while maintaining modern female role. That meant he'd do both. Traditional providing modern partner duties, while I did neither. Not traditional homemaking. Not modern equal providing. Posted this realization. Maybe I've been unrealistic wanting traditional provider without being traditional wife. Response was harsh. You're betraying women. Setting us back. Women don't owe men housework for financial support. Fellow bloggers criticized me. Having it all means having career and support, not choosing one or other, but how could you have both, without partner, doing everything? Decided to interview women who'd found what I wanted. High-earning husbands who supported them while they maintained independence. Surprisingly hard to find, most successful men's wives were either traditional homemakers or equal earners. Very few were low-earning, but independent, supported, but not domestic. Found 3 who claimed this arrangement. First woman seemed perfect. Husband made $350. Ling. She worked part-time. Made a first show. 000 per year. Had help for housework. Seemed ideal. But when I dug deeper, problems emerged. Husband resented arrangement. They fought constantly about her work-life balance. About division of labor. About her contribution. He says he feels like he's funding my lifestyle while getting nothing back. We're in therapy. Might not make it. Second woman. Husband made $400. Ling. She didn't work, but wasn't traditional wife. Pursued hobbies and interests. Hired help for housework. Seemed like dream scenario. But their marriage was cold. He barely talks to me. Says I don't contribute. That I'm just expense. We live like roommates. I think he has a fair. Third woman. Similar arrangement. But ending in divorce, he said he felt used. That he was just ATM. That I wanted money, but not to be partner. He found someone else. Someone who appreciated him. These were not success stories. These were struggling relationships, where women got what they wanted, but men were unhappy, and relationships suffered. Started looking at successful arrangements where both people were happy. Found 2 types. Type 1, traditional, husband provided fully, wife managed home fully. Clear division of labor. Both respected others' contribution. Both happy with arrangement. Type 2, modern egalitarian. Both worked roughly equally. Both contributed domestically. Shared financial burden. Shared domestic burden. Also worked well. But the hybrid I wanted, where I got support without traditional obligations, wasn't working anywhere. One side was always unhappy. Usually the provider, who felt used, interviewed marriage counselors about this dynamic. They saw it constantly. Women wanting to be supported, but not be supportive. It never works long-term. First therapist explained, traditional arrangement works because it's reciprocal. He provides. She manages home. Both feel valued. Both contribute fully. She continued. Modern arrangement works because it's also reciprocal. Both provide. Both manage home. Share burdens equally. Both feel it's fair. She paused, but one person providing, while other pursues own interests, that's not reciprocal. That's dependency without contribution. Providers resent it. Second therapist was more direct. I see women like you who want male success without female expectations. They're always surprised when men say no. Or when relationships fail. Why do they fail? Because high-earning men have options. They can find women who will be traditional wives, or women who earn equally. Why choose women who want support, but won't contribute domestically? What's the incentive? Third therapist, shared pattern. Women in their 30s, who focused on career, now burned out. Want to be supported, but maintain independence. He continued, they're shocked when high-earning men aren't interested, because they calculated wrong, thought men would provide just for their presence, but men are transactional. 2, they want return on investment. This was uncomfortable truth. I'd assumed high-earning men would want to provide for me just because, but they wanted something back, either traditional wife duties or equal financial contribution, not subsidized independence. Attended workshop on modern relationships, Topic was expectations and reality. Presenter asked room, how many want financial support from partner? Most women raised hands. How many want to be primary homemaker? Most hands went down. Presenter smiled. That's the problem. Can't have one without other. Unless partner is willing to be fully used. Most aren't. Woman objected. Why can't men just support us? Because they love us. Presenter was gentle. But firm. Because love doesn't pay bills. Because men need support. 2. Because relationships are exchange. Both people contribute. Your way has one person contributing everything financially, other contributing minimally. That's not sustainable. Room was uncomfortable. But presenter continued, you have 3 options. 1. Be traditional wife. Get traditional provider. 2. Be equal earner. Get equal partner. 3. Stay independent. Provide for yourself. But you can't be independent and financially dependent. Those are contradictory. This crystallized everything. I wanted contradiction. Financial dependence while maintaining independence. That wasn't real thing. That was having my cake and eating it. To, at his expense, posted about workshop, had realization about my relationship expectations. They were contradictory and unfair to men. Response was brutal. You've internalized patriarchy. Women deserve support without being servants. This is anti-feminist. Lost thousands of followers. But gained different perspective. Started dating differently. Not looking for providers. Looking for equal partners. Men who earned similar to me. Who'd share burdens equally. Both financial and domestic. This was different experience. Men were more interested, more engaged, more enthusiastic. First date with guy who made similar income. What are you looking for? Partnership. I said, someone to share life with equally. That sounds good. He said, I like equal relationships. Both contributing, both supporting each other. This felt healthier than seeking provider while offering minimal return. Second date with different guy. Also equal earner. Discussed division of labor. I think both should work. Both should contribute at home. Fair distribution of everything. Agreed completely. This was sustainable model. Both giving. Both receiving, neither being used. Started relationship with man who earned, same as me. We split bills. We split housework. We both worked hard. We both contributed. It was exhausting, maintaining career, and doing half of everything. But it was fair. And he was happy because he wasn't doing everything. I was carrying my weight. 6 months in. Felt burned out again. Working full-time. Doing half domestic work. It was a lot. Mentioned maybe working less. He was supportive. If you want to work less, we can adjust. Great. So he'd support me. No. We both work less. Lower our expenses. Live more simply. Both have more time. That wasn't what I meant. Wanted to work less while he worked same. Supporting me. Said this out loud. He looked confused. But then I'd be working and paying more bills while you work less and have more free time. How is that fair? Realized he was right. It wasn't fair. I wanted special treatment. Wanted to be supported without being supportive. This kept coming back in every relationship. In every conversation. I wanted traditional benefits without traditional obligations. And men weren't interested. Made comprehensive post. I've been wrong about having it all. Explained my journey. Wanting provider without being traditional wife. Realizing that was unfair. Understanding the trade-offs. You can have career success or domestic support or equal partnership, but not career success plus domestic support without reciprocal contribution. Response was massive. Women angry at me. You're telling women to choose career or family. We can have both, but could we? Without partner doing everything, or without being traditional wife. What was the third option? Men responded differently. Thank you for understanding. This is what we've been saying. We're happy to provide. We're happy to split equally, but not happy to do everything while partner does minimal. Interviewed older women who'd successfully navigated this, found consistent advice: you have to choose. Or find rare man who lets you have both. But those men are unicorns and usually miserable. One woman, Wu Shu, successful career. Never married. I chose career and independence. No regret. Mostly, but couldn't have both. Men who could support me wanted traditional wives. I wasn't willing, so I stayed independent. Another woman, Wu Shi'er, traditional marriage. Husband provided. She managed home. I gave up career to be supported. Was that fair trade? Some days, yes. Some days, no. But those were options. Couldn't have both. Third woman, Wuxer, equal partnership. Both worked. Both contributed domestically. It's exhausting doing everything. But it's fair and sustainable. We both carry weight. Neither resents other. Each woman made trade-off, career or support, career or domestic focus, or exhausting equality. None had what I wanted, which was support without trade-offs. Because that didn't exist. Wrote article for major publication, The Traditional Provider Paradox. Explain the dynamic. Modern women want traditional providers. Traditional providers want traditional wives. Women want support without traditional obligations. Men want reciprocal arrangements, creating impasse. Neither side getting what they want. Article sparked huge debate. Women. Men should evolve. Support us without demanding servitude. Men. Women should be consistent. Can't want traditional benefits without traditional obligations. Economists weighed in. This is basic exchange. Both parties need benefit. Unequal exchange fails. Sociologists noted, trying to combine traditional and modern, selecting only benefits from each system, isn't sustainable. Read comments for weeks. Women insisted they deserved both. Men insisted on reciprocity. No resolution. Just two sides wanting incompatible things. Started consulting practice, helping women navigate this. Most came in wanting what I'd wanted. Financial support. Maintained independence. Had to tell them truth. You can't have both. Have to choose. Or find unicorn who'll be unhappy while you get everything. Most didn't want to hear it. Some got angry. Why should I choose men had everything? Why can't we? Had to explain men didn't have everything. They chose providing, which meant working hard, under pressure, often in jobs they hated, to support families. That was their sacrifice. Women could make same sacrifice, or different one, be traditional wife, or work equally hard, but couldn't have support and independence. Those were contradictory. Current relationship is stable because it's equal. But we both work, both earn well, both contribute domestically, both exhausted, but both fair. Sometimes I see traditional wife, supported by husband, pursuing hobbies and interests. Feel envy. But I chose differently. Chose career and independence. Can't have both. That's reality. Made final comprehensive video, why you can't have traditional provider without being traditional wife. Explained economics of relationships. Both people contribute. Either she provides domestic labor, he provides financial labor, or both, provide both equally, but one person providing everything while other pursues own interests? That's not relationship. That's subsidy. And most men won't do it. Especially successful men who have options. Video got millions of views. Comments revealed divide. Women wanting exception. Wanting support without trade-off. Men explaining why they won't provide it. Successful men especially. I work 70 hours a week to make high income. I need partner who supports that either by working equally or managing home, not by pursuing own dreams on my dime. This was harsh but honest. High earners weren't interested in subsidizing someone's lifestyle without reciprocal benefit. They'd rather be single or find traditional wife or find equal partner, but not fund someone's independence. Year after my realization, dating market proved this. Successful women struggling to find providers who'd support them without traditional expectations. Those men didn't exist, or were already taken, or were unhappy. Successful men thriving either with traditional wives or with equal partners or staying single, but not supporting independent women for nothing in return. This was new reality. Women wanted both. Men weren't offering both, creating frustration on both sides, but especially for women who'd been told they could have it all: successful career, financial support, total independence. Turned out you couldn't, not without partner doing everything and resenting it. That's what I learned from wanting traditional provider while rejecting traditional wife role. The trade exists for a reason. He provides financially, she provides domestically, both full-time contributions, both valuable, both necessary, or both provide everything equally, also fair, also sustainable. But one person providing while other pursues freedom, that's not partnership. That's one person getting everything, other getting used. And successful men figured that out and won't do it, no matter how much women insist they deserve it. Because they don't deserve it. Nobody does. Relationships are exchange. Both sides contribute. Both sides benefit. That's what makes them work. Anything else is exploitation dressed up as empowerment. And men aren't buying it. Especially successful men who have options. They'll choose traditional wife who appreciates their providing and reciprocates fully, or equal partner who shares all burdens, but not subsidize independence of someone who wants all benefits. No obligation. That's the lesson I learned too late after years of expecting men to provide without me being traditional. They won't. They don't have to. And they're right not to. Because relationships require reciprocity. Not one person getting everything while other gets used. That's not having it all. That's wanting it all at someone else's expense. Successful men saw through it and walked away, leaving women like me choosing between career and independence or support and traditional role. Can't have both. That's reality whether we like it or not. 2 years after that realization, watched my friends make their choices. Some chose traditional route, gave up careers, became wives and mothers, supported their provider husbands. Some were happy. Others felt trapped. But they'd made their trade. One friend, Sarah, Saint-Luc, was lawyer making $180. Ling, ling, ling. Met man making $400. Ling, ling, ling. He wanted a traditional wife. She quit her job, became full-time homemaker, called her a year later. How is it? She was honest. Strange at first. Felt like I'd lost myself. Lost my identity. But then I adjusted. She continued. I manage everything at home. He never worries about household. Kids. Meals. Anything. He just works and provides. It works because we both fulfill our roles completely. Was she happy? Most days. Yes. Some days I miss my career, miss the challenge, the achievement, but I chose this trade and he's good to me. Appreciates what I do. That makes it worth it. Another friend chose differently, kept career, stayed independent, makes $160. 000 herself. Dates casually, but nothing serious. I tried to find provider who'd let me keep working, but they all wanted traditional wife or equal partner. I wasn't willing to be either. So I stayed alone. Was she happy? Mostly. I have freedom, career success, but I'm tired. Would be nice to have support. but not at cost of becoming housewife or working even harder in equal partnership. Third friend found equal partner. Both make around $150. Ling ling ling. Both work full-time. Both split everything. It's exhausting. She admits, we're both always tired. Both stressed from work. Both trying to maintain house. But it's fair. Neither of us is being used. Each friend made different choice. Each had different trade-offs. None had what we'd imagined in our 20s when we thought we could have everything. Career success. Support. Independence all at once without sacrifice. Started teaching workshops for young women about relationship realities. You need to decide early what matters most to you. If career is most important, stay independent. Don't expect to be supported. Continued. If family and support matter most, to be willing to trade career for traditional role. That's valid choice. Then the hard part, if you want partnership, expect to work hard, both at career and at home. It's exhausting but fair. Young women pushed back. Why can't we have careers and be supported? 2. Had to be honest. Because no one will support you for nothing in return. Would you work full-time? Pay all bills? Do half the housework, while partner pursued hobbies? They said no. Exactly. That's what you're asking men to do. They're saying no. 2. One young woman got it. So feminism gave us choices, but not ability to avoid trade-offs. Exactly right. You can choose your path, but each path has costs. You can't avoid all costs while keeping all benefits. That's not how life works. Started seeing data on relationship formations by education and income level. High-earning women, increasingly single or married to traditional husbands. Very few in equal partnerships that survived long-term, because equal partnerships meant both people exhausted, both people stressed, both people burned out. High divorce rates among dual-career couples who tried to split everything. Burnout was real. Traditional marriages, more stable. Clear roles. Clear expectations. Neither person doing everything. Both contributing fully in their domain. This contradicted what we'd been told. That equal partnerships were ideal. Data showed they were hardest. Most likely to fail, unless both people had extraordinary energy and support systems. Most didn't. Interviewed divorce attorneys about patterns they saw. Most divorces in equal partnerships come from exhaustion. Both people working full-time, both trying to maintain home, both parenting equally. Nobody has any energy left for each other. One attorney noted, traditional marriages have different problems, but they're more stable because division of labor means neither person is doing everything. Another attorney added, women in equal partnerships often feel they're doing more because they work full-time and still do more domestic labor. Men in equal partnerships feel they're doing enough because they work full-time and help at home. Both are exhausted and resentful. This explained why my equal partnership was so exhausting. We were both doing everything. Both stretched thin. Both burned out. It was fair. But it was also unsustainable, long-term. Made video about this research. The truth about equal partnerships. They're fair. But they're hard. Require both people to have endless energy. Most people don't, so they fail. Or one person does more and resents it, or both people are exhausted and miserable. Traditional partnerships have different problems. One person gives up career. One person has all pressure. But they're more stable because roles are clear and sustainable. Comments were revealing, I'm in equal partnership and we're both miserable. Always tired. Always stressed. Fighting over who does what. Another comment, I'm traditional wife. Gave up my career. Sometimes miss it. But our marriage is stable. My husband appreciates me. I'm not exhausted. Third comment, I'm single and successful. Tired of doing everything alone. But won't give up independence for traditional role or kill myself in equal partnership. So I stay alone. Each woman made her choice. Each had valid reasons. Each had trade-offs, but none had it all. Because having it all isn't possible. 3 years into my equal partnership, boyfriend and I had conversation. We were both exhausted, both considering changes. Maybe one of us should work less. He suggested, made sense. But who? I asked. And how do we decide? He was quiet. I make slightly more, but not enough to support us comfortably at this level. I made slightly less, but not little enough to justify stopping. We were stuck. Both needed to work to maintain lifestyle, but both exhausted from working and maintaining home, considered moving somewhere cheaper, so one of us could work less. But that meant giving up city we loved, considered hiring more help, but that was expensive and reduced financial benefits of both careers. Started understanding why previous generations had clearer divisions, not because they were necessarily happier, but because specialization is efficient. One person becomes expert at earning money, one person becomes expert at managing home. Both focus, both contribute, neither tries to do everything. Modern couples often try to do everything: career, housework, parenting, relationships, personal growth. It's a lot, sometimes too much. Discussed possibility of me working less and taking on more home responsibilities, essentially becoming more traditional. I was surprised by my own openness to the idea. 5 years earlier, I'd have considered it betrayal of everything I believed. Now, I was just tired of trying to excel at everything simultaneously. Boyfriend was cautious. If we did that, we'd need clear expectations. You'd handle more at home. I'd handle more financially, like traditional arrangement, sort of, but chosen consciously. Not because of gender expectations, because it fit our situation. This was different perspective. Not traditional, because society demanded it. Traditional, because it solved practical problems. Started noticing more couples making similar choices, not ideological choices, practical ones. Who earns more? Who enjoys domestic work more? Who handles stress better? Division based on strengths and preferences rather than abstract principles. Some women became primary earners. Some men stayed home. Some couples split equally. Some adopted traditional roles. The successful ones all had same thing in common: reciprocity. Both people contributing significantly in ways partner valued. That's what mattered. Not exact division, not who earned money, not who cleaned house. Contribution, mutual benefit, respect for what other person provided. Failed relationships lacked that. One person felt exploited, one person felt unappreciated, one person gave more than received, whether traditional or modern. Imbalance created resentment. Made final observation in my consulting work: women who were happiest weren't women who had everything. They were women who'd consciously chosen their trade-offs and accepted them. Traditional wives accepted reduced career opportunities in exchange for support. Career women accepted independence in exchange for responsibility. Equal partners accepted exhaustion in exchange for fairness. The unhappy women were still searching for impossible combination. All benefits, no costs. Support without obligation. Independence without responsibility. Career success without sacrifice. Those combinations don't exist. Not for women, not for men, not for anyone. Life is trade-offs. Relationships are trade-offs. Adulthood is trade-offs. The sooner you accept that, the happier you become. My younger followers hated this message. Too limiting, too pessimistic, too traditional. Maybe, but reality doesn't care about our preferences. Reality just is. You can fight it. Deny it. Insist you deserve exception. Or you can understand incentives. Understand human nature. Understand reciprocity. And make informed choices. I wish someone had told me this at 25. Would have saved years of frustration. Years of expecting impossible. Years of being angry at men for not wanting arrangement that benefited me at their expense. Now, a 38. Relationship is solid. Not perfect, not magical, not having it all, just two people contributing, sacrificing, compromising, building something together. Sometimes I work more, sometimes he does. Sometimes I handle more at home, sometimes he does. We're constantly adjusting, constantly negotiating, constantly trying to keep exchange fair. That's what relationships actually are. Not fairy tales, not empowerment slogans, not traditional fantasies, not modern fantasies. Just two imperfect people finding balance between what they want and what they're willing to give. And that's enough. More than enough. Actually, because real partnership isn't about getting everything. It's about finding someone worth making trade-offs for, someone who makes your sacrifices feel meaningful, someone who contributes in ways that matter to you, someone who understands that love isn't exemption from reciprocity. It's reason to practice it. That's what took me 15 years of adulthood to learn, not how to have it all, but how to stop demanding it. And once I stopped demanding everything, I finally found something better, something real, something sustainable, something based on mutual contribution rather than one-sided expectations. That lesson cost me followers, friendships, and some cherished beliefs, but it gained me perspective, and perspective, unlike impossible expectations, is actually useful because it helps you build life that works instead of chasing life that doesn't exist. That's what I tell women now, not that they can't have fulfilling careers, not that they can't have loving relationships, not that they must choose one path, just that every path costs something. Every choice closes other doors. Every benefit requires some sacrifice somewhere. Accept that, and you can build wonderful life. Refuse it, and you'll spend years angry that reality won't rearrange itself around your preferences. I know because I tried. Reality won. And honestly, I'm grateful it did.